What would you sacrifice to become president? Your integrity? Your fortune? Your own brother? 1891. Theodore Roosevelt walks past the White House daily. His heart beats faster each time. The presidency is within reach. But there's a problem, a scandal waiting to explode. And that scandal has a name: Elliott Roosevelt, his younger brother. This is how Teddy Roosevelt destroyed his own family to clear his path to power. Elliott Roosevelt was everything Theodore wasn't naturally. Born in 1860, Elliott was healthy, athletic, effortlessly charming. Where Theodore fought asthma and had to work for every achievement, Elliott succeeded without trying. Teachers predicted greatness, women adored him, society embraced him. Then their father died in 1878. Theodore responded with driven ambition. Elliott responded with alcohol. By 1891, Elliott's life is collapsing. His marriage to Anna Hall is crumbling. He drinks constantly, uses laudanum, has affairs. Society whispers. His wife watches in horror as the charming man she married disappears into addiction. Then comes the letter that changes everything. January 1891. Theodore receives a letter from New York lawyers informing him that Elliott has gotten a servant named Katie Mann pregnant. She has letters, she has proof, and she wants money, a lot of money, to stay quiet. Theodore's mind races. If this becomes public, the scandal will destroy not just Elliott, but the entire Roosevelt family. Theodore's political future, everything he's worked for, will vanish. So Theodore makes a cold, calculated decision. He will not pay Katie Mann. He will destroy his own brother instead. Theodore's plan is ruthless but effective. If Elliott is officially insane, then nothing he says or does can harm the family. His affairs don't matter. His illegitimate child doesn't matter. No one believes crazy people. Theodore begins gathering evidence. He contacts doctors who treated Elliott. He collects testimony about Elliott's drinking and erratic behavior. He hires lawyers to begin conservatorship proceedings. The goal? Have Elliott forcibly institutionalized in a European asylum where he can be kept indefinitely. Elliott is living in Paris with his family, attempting recovery. Then, in July 1891, men arrive at his home. Without warning, they physically remove Elliott from the house. His children watch in horror. 7-year-old Eleanor screams as strange men take her father away. Elliott will later call this a kidnapping. He's not wrong. Meanwhile, Theodore and his sister Bammy work to separate Elliott from his family permanently. They convince Anna that she must leave Elliott, that staying will bring only shame and danger. In August 1891, Anna sails back to New York with Eleanor and the other children, leaving Elliott behind in Europe. Theodore files papers in New York court seeking to have Elliott declared insane. The legal proceedings become public. Newspapers seize the story. Headlines scream, "Elliott Roosevelt declared insane. Roosevelt family scandal." The damage to Elliott's reputation is catastrophic and permanent. Elliott fights back. He hires lawyers. He writes desperate letters to family. He submits to medical examinations. He insists he's not insane, just struggling with addiction. 2 separate courts hear the evidence. Both reach the same conclusion. Elliott Roosevelt is not insane. He cannot be forcibly institutionalized. Theodore loses the legal battle, but he has already won the war. The newspapers have covered every sordid detail. Elliott's reputation is destroyed completely. Society closes its doors. His name becomes a cautionary tale. His children are marked by shame. Anna refuses to live with him. Elliott is sent to Virginia, away from everything familiar. He's given an allowance, enough to survive, not enough to cause trouble. He lives alone in boarding houses, drinking heavily, his health deteriorating. Eleanor adores her father despite everything. She doesn't understand why she can't see him. The adults say vaguely that Daddy is sick and must stay away. Eleanor grows up feeling she lost her father even though he's still alive. What do you think? If your sibling threatened your life's greatest dream, what would you do? Protect them or yourself? Comment below, and thank you for staying with us this far. The next chapter reveals something even more shocking. On August 14, 1894, Elliott Roosevelt dies alone in his rented room. He is 34 years old. The cause? Alcoholism and complications from a fall. Some historians believe Elliott deliberately drank himself to death. He dies separated from his wife and children, branded insane by his own brother, his reputation destroyed, broken in body and spirit. Just weeks earlier, Anna herself died from diphtheria at age 29. Both of Eleanor's parents die in 1894, leaving her orphaned at 10. Theodore becomes one of Eleanor's guardians, but shows little interest. Eleanor is sent to live with her grandmother in a grim household. Theodore rarely visits. Eleanor will later write that she always felt Theodore saw her as an obligation, a reminder of his brother's disgrace. As for Katie Mann and her child, Elliott's illegitimate son, they simply disappear from history. Theodore ensures the boy is never acknowledged, never given access to the Roosevelt name or fortune, erased as completely as if he never existed. Theodore never publicly expresses regret for what he did to Elliott. In his autobiography, Elliott receives barely a mention, a sad note about a younger brother who died young from alcoholism. In Theodore's view, he did what he had to do. He protected the family name. Hard times require hard choices. The presidency demands sacrifice, and if that sacrifice includes destroying your own brother, so be it. But those who knew Theodore well saw something change after Elliott's death. His sister Corinne later wrote that Theodore became even more driven after Elliott's death, as if trying to achieve enough for two brothers to justify his actions by making something magnificent of the life Elliott never had. The lesson Theodore learned is clear. Achieving greatness sometimes requires sacrificing those you love when they threaten your goals. Love and loyalty are admirable, but power demands something colder. This lesson, learned through destroying his brother, will shape every major decision Theodore makes as president. When he wants the Panama Canal, he won't let Colombia's sovereignty stop him. When he wants to project American power, he won't let international law constrain him.